And we are live! Welcome, friends, to Season 3, Episode 9 of 10 of The Rising Hunger, where we are a horror-based stream where we are playing through an adaptation of Kobold Press's Empire of the Ghouls.
The Ghouls!
And with that being a horror stream, we do have some content warnings for you all. On this episode, you can expect to see, as per usual, body horror, cannibalism, and human worms. I don't know, creepy crawlies.
Human worms?
But let me break that up. Worms and creepy crawlies and human sacrifice.
Okay.
Not human worms. We're not doing the human centipede.
Human, worms, sacrifices. Also, new content warning. Not new, returning content warning. Megan's here.
I'm a content warning now?
Your content? Some people are terrified of Megan's, Megan.
Like, oh, well, I can see that, I guess.
Just figured like an actual content, like any sort of warning. Like,
Chat, we need the scientific name for the fear of Megans.
Oh my God. I'm looking. Scientific name for it's gonna be like meganophobia or something.
Something silly. Yes.
Which sounds like a really stupid like Shin song or something.
Oh my God, the breakup song of the century.
Yeah. Meganophobia.
And with that,
Melissaphobia is having fear of bees, so maybe we have a bigger problem on our hands. What is wrong with every Melissa? What?
Why are they associated with bees? Melissa Joan Hart, what have you done?
What?
And with that, I am your storyteller, Sage.
I'm the Willy Boo at the Willy Boo, fun posting online, and the monster of Frankenstein. Got it. Nice. Bringing for you this evening one snot rag, undead kobold. Ready to go. I'm seeing my friend over there. Hello.
And I'm Riana, DIY ferret on like everything. And as usual, I will be playing the very tall, very hunky sixth killer, the Kenku Paladin.
And I'm Matt. I'll be the fully monochromatic witch Shadarkai, straight from the Shadowfell Valka Ilford.
Straight out of Shadowfell.
Hello, I am Jen Vaughn, and tonight I will be playing yet again, Brought Back from the Dead, Episode 0, Marrowmorn Star, the Shade Arc Board. The Shade Orc Bard. It's only like 30 episodes. Who is happy to be here with all of her friends. Gotta save the world though. It's done. It's time. And she is as usual with her lavender fantasy backpack in the shape of a skull with her tiny friend and one hamster ball eye, ellipses, the little sneak.
And last but not least, Megan, tell us who are you playing, and what you do in the world of tabletop RPGs.
Hi, I am Megan Moracle. I am an editor for Kobold Press and the editor for Empire of the Ghouls. So yay!
Ghouls.
It's the Ghouls. And I'm playing Stella the Blacksmith this evening.
Oh yes, I'm very excited to have Stella here back again, and yes, Megan reprising the role. And for Megan here, and for all of our viewers, tell me what happened last time, friends.
Oh, we almost stole a bug.
Oh, that was the other one.
Yeah, and we almost got away with stealing a bug.
Yeah.
So we ventured to the edge of the Sulphur Sea. Remember, friends? And we went into we went into a bar to figure out how to get across, basically, because there was a really terrible ship.
You drank matcha
Kahlua, and some like mushroom drippings that makes the undead get drunk. And then we ran into Penelope.
You sure did. Smiley face.
Yeah, that LuVon was looking for the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And yeah, she basically she was in charge of catering, right, for the wedding?
I believe so.
Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's terrifying. And but yeah, we basically all hit on her, right? We all tried to vibe. And then anyone feel free to jump in and just throw me a lifeboat or throw me a lifeboat.
Then
I mean, we got
then-
onto a lifeboat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got onto that ship and we ran into the island where the Ghoul's Bane oil
Chandelier
comes
Island?
from.
Mhm.
Chandelier
Yeah,
Island.
You passed by that.
There was something else that happened during the trip that like replaced the light in one of the things.
There is a Darakul who
Yeah.
on his longboat called the Lightbringer, where because of the stalagmites that rise up out of the sulfur sea, which make for very formidable hazards while sailing across the sulfur sea. So his job is to replace these small lantern beetles that are in cages that provide some illumination, so that the captains have enough clearance, or light, so that they can see all the obstacles in the way. So you saw him changing some bugs.
Mm-hmm.
Then
And
we
we-
got to Vandercool, and we were immediately having situations with needing paperwork and to like relinquish any of our like magic items that we thankfully bribed this person with Marrowmorn our money.
Yep. And so now we are looking for Moretto Lichmark. Sorry, it's hot here. I guess I just am going to flip all the letters. Duke Moretto Lichmark to find that magic staff to save the world.
Yeah, pretty much, exactly.
Yeah, and
And so-
then like we were getting ready, and it was like, oh look, we know this person. It's fucking Stella.
Stella!
And that is where we are picking up. So all of you have been wandering from the sort of the southeast quarter of Vandercool. You had weaved up past the Fleshlings quarter, where you had seen this cordoned off area where all of the living people appear to be staying, behind this sort of gate that encloses this quarter. Past through the sort of merchant market, and now you're all are standing near sort of like a big open air meat market. And that was when, and you all had begun to hear some rumors about some things that are happening in the city, when Snotrag finally had seen Stella sort of weaving through some back alleyways, and you're all like, oh shit, I know that person. I think that's them.
So has Stella heard them yet?
Yeah.
What is Stella's passive perception?
It is a 10.
Yeah, I think none of y'all were making a real point to be quiet. You're all just kind of like walking through the city, and seeing what you could see.
Yeah.
My hood is up, but yeah, I made a loud noise.
Yeah, I feel like
what does Stella look like right now too? Because last we saw you were under a pile of rocks. So did you bring those with you?
No, the pile
Also,
of
sorry,
rocks are
Rihanna.
not with me, no.
Rihanna, sorry, I actually.
Oh no. I just figured a sex killer would also make trademark no noises, so you probably heard that.
Yeah, so
All
tell
right.
us, what does Stella look like?
So, well, she's supposed to be incognito, but she's not very good at that aspect of this whole being and part of the order. So she's got her standard, like mostly like her blacksmithing smock, and she's got like her tools and stuff around her belt. And so ordinarily, I don't know if you guys remember the art, but she normally has her little goggles up on her head. Now they're gone, and instead of her hair being all like unruly, it's like slicked back. So that's how you know she's in disguise.
Oh.
but she's also not very good at keeping up with that because you guys yell Stella, and instead of being like, "Nope, I'm incognito, I can't respond to my actual name," she turns around and is like, "Huh?"
Stella.
She's a really good spy, guys. Come on.
The best.
Is there anyone with you? Also, sorry. As you take a drink.
I don't think there is. Is there, Sage?
No.
Okay.
Stella, you're here. You look well. You look are you rocking a new? Is this a summer look?
Is this summer?
It's winter.
Yeah, and yeah, we just left them like a week ago under a pile of rubble. So
Under what?
oh.
Stella, it's good to see you. You're looking very uncrushed.
Oh yeah. I do know all of you. And then she realizes she raised her voice. We should probably.
Oh, are we
Oh,
being subtle?
We're in a
Oh.
crowded market.
I'm not good at that.
Crowded, yes.
You're all alive, I think, right? You're alive.
For Stella, all of these individuals look undead. They basically look like they are Darkul.
Oh, okay. That changes things. Yeah.
Yeah, so for Stella, for Megan's sake, why don't you all describe what you look like as in your current undead form?
Valka looks like so you take like a photo and you have like the film negative. That's what he looks like. Instead of like his normal shades, he's inverted.
Six Killer looks like a decaying giant crow. Like still a lot of feathers, but probably no eyes. Creepy looking.
Marrowmorn doesn't look too different. She's still lavender, but instead of the white streak that she had in her dark purple hair, it is now all white. That's pretty much it. Maybe some creepy eye stuff, but nothing distracting.
Snotrag still looks like a blue undead kobold with skin peeling off of one of his hands.
Okay. Then yeah, Stella's reaction is gonna be a little different. She's gonna be all freaked out, right? Like, no! I thought I saved you, and now look at you, and you've ended up here. And we lost Hestia. I have just failed.
You really did, Stella. Thank you for admitting it to us.
Yeah.
We lost Hestia?
Ah, shit.
What?
Who's Hestia?
She was one of the spear maidens.
Oh yeah.
Mm-mm.
Nope. Sorry, she was somebody else we lost. Sorry, the list is so long. Sorry to say.
It's true.
we
we've
have
lost
messed
It's
up
everything.
so
all good.
much.
My commanding officer, the one who introduced me to all of you.
Yeah.
What happened?
I'm not entirely certain. I just know she's in Crystal now, and I'm trying to figure out where and how, and trying to
fuck.
figure
Oh,
that.
like in Big Crystal? Yes, like in.
From what I've been told, I haven't seen it.
Let's go into like an alley or something so we can discuss our various failures in private.
Oh, many crystals.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And then Stella's gonna stop for a second. Where's the cat who likes dogs?
Crystal, come. We talk.
It's Crystal. Okay.
Yeah, who'd have thought that was like a thing that just happens a lot, huh? Being stuck in crystals.
I guess when death isn't the end, the next step is crystal, right?
Wouldn't have been my guess.
Yeah, you all can find a sneak down to a dark alley where that seems it's mostly quiet down here.
Yeah, Stella, what are you doing here?
So Stella's gonna poke each of them.
Ah,
You feel, but you don't look. Are you okay? Are you feeling okay?
uh, e- no, but probably not the way you're thinking. Uh, it's magic. And he does like dreamy, weemy gesture with his fingers.
Oh yeah, sorry, Stella. I was just pulling your leg. It's just so we can blend in.
We're
Oh.
undercover.
Some of us
Oh,
are
so
not
you're-
dead. Some of us.
So
still
you're
are.
okay. Okay. All right, that's good. That's
Sorry,
better
you
than
did a
mine.
good job.
But better than mine. I mean, this is my disguise. Can you tell I'm Henrietta Bonehammer right now?
Oh,
That's a dope name.
of the Mid Coast Bonehammers. Yes, yes.
There's a family called I Thought I Was Clever. I need to get better at this.
No. I was just kind of like going along with it, like, yeah. No,
Oh,
you're
right,
good.
right,
You're
yes.
good. You're good. Yeah.
Yes, the mid something Bonehammer.
Like how
yes.
you questioned it immediately, though. You just were like, I messed up. Yeah, well, we'll train you. Don't worry.
All right, that's good. That's good. I'm not. This is not normally, but Hestia's gone. We have nobody, so I had to go in here, and I've got papers saying that I'm a citizen, and this is just really awkward. But the guards don't bother me, so that's good, right?
We
So what
pay
are all
off
of you
guards.
doing here? What was my sacrifice for naught? What do you? This is a very dangerous place for you to be.
Oh no, your sacrifice was good. We're here to do some crimes.
Yes. Muscule staff.
I mean, there's shops all over. You can find. You don't have
no.
to steal. You could just buy one.
What say listen to funny story, and then she's gonna explain how we made a deal with the freaking Ghul King to steal a staff to get him to help us. So need staff, yes. Funny story. Yes.
Yep. It's got to be this particular staff for this particular Ghoul King so we can help stop the wedding. So we got to be fast about it, though.
Yes. Get friends out. Crystal.
So then, do you know where this staff is? Can I help or?
Want help?
I mean, I've got it. As long as you're in the city, I'm supposed to be scouting the city. Yeah, two birds, one. That's a saying, right? Two birds, one in stone.
Two birds, one. Yeah, two birds, one. Yeah. Nope.
Yes.
No, don't actually. Nope. Marrowmorn's like looking, like doing like the arrow to 6 killer. Nope. It's two birds on one throne.
Oh, that's what. Yeah, I need to get better at this vernacular stuff. Yeah.
So do you know where this Duke lives?
Yeah, Duke Lichmark.
You look into. Is he a contact of a contact or?
No, we rob.
Oh, you want to rob him? Oh. Well, I've spent the last 2 weeks trying to get into his place. It's not.
Oh, so you figured out the ways not to get in.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
This is brilliant. No, this is good.
I don't think we're gonna have to find another way. I think he leaves on occasion, so we could figure out where he goes. That's been my latest assignment because getting in is not gonna work. So we gotta find something else. Haven't quite figured that part out yet.
Well,
But I'm assuming he leaves. Everybody's got to leave. You can't just stay at home all the time, right? Right? I mean, I wasn't allowed to stay home all the time. I had to come out here. So
that's true. Why do you think it's so hard to get in though? Like, what have you tried? What have you learned from your reconnaissance?
a lot of guards.
Okay.
He keeps the place locked down like he's like he's a very important king or something. I don't think he's actually that important, but he seems to think so, and his money seems to make people think so. So, high walls, lots of guards. And they're like me. They don't have to sleep, so they often don't have to change shifts either.
They just work all the time, 24 hours.
That's
Well,
brutal.
it's the
10,
Ghul
10 days a
Imperium.
week.
Well, yeah.
That's terrible. Like,
That's
I
not a
mean,
way
that's-
to. That's not a way to have an unlife.
yeah,
I mean,
I was trying to get there
that's
too.
Ghul Imperium. I mean, that's how it works. That's how I was before the Order of the Ebon Star. And then they're like, hey, you get weekends off, and I was like, what does that even mean? And
What is a weekend?
yep.
Which is a weekend.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it feels like we could get help from these abused workers, create a small revolution, and while they're doing their uprising, or we're unionizing them, then we just sneak in. But we probably don't have time for that.
Yeah, unions could take some time to set up.
6 killers think need 3 good rolls. Right? Make union? What say?
Oh, like a president and a vice president, those kind of roles.
Or like a 16, an 18, and a 17.
I want to say, yeah, I think it's
Oh.
that.
Oh.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
see, this happens when I try and break the third wall. I think we could fast track a union, though. Come on, say.
Yeah, how hard could it be?
I mean, back in the day, all you had to do is give your workers some bats, say we're not working.
Hmm.
So,
Oh, boy.
Supposing that we set up a shell corporation and then offered to hire them for this fake corporation that's not backed by any really liable banks. And then we can just abandon the shell corporation and then wash our hands of it.
That's
Like-
very high concept.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. I think I think you're thinking a little too much like a living person. The people around here don't care about money. It's all about food.
Oh.
start riot for food. Yes?
Yeah. Cut off the supply, seize the means of the production of the meat.
That implies a few things.
I'm just trying to think of some stuff while Marrowmorn gets back to corporeality.
What was I gonna say here? Shoot. Oh, but Stella, what you would know since you are here, looking, since your specific mission for today was to head to the Bone Cathedral because you had sussed out what the plans were to do with Archduke Argust. So you do know that Duke Moretta Lichmark will be in attendance of this ceremony.
Right. So the part where I was like, oh, we need to figure out how often he leaves. Stella already just figured that out. Okay, that's cool. It's cool. She has a wisdom of like 10, so it's fine. She totally just remembered.
It happens. It happens to the best.
She
of us.
already staked him out and knows where he went.
And I guess he'll probably be carrying the staff, right?
Yeah, I would assume so. If it is, I don't know what his staff looks like, but if it's important to him or if it makes him look and feel important, I mean, you should see the size of his house. So
Oh.
obviously he's gonna, if it looks impressive, he'll probably be carrying it.
What sort of layout is this Bone Cathedral? Is it kind of just about what you might expect?
Standard Bone Cathedral.
Well, I guess it depends on your idea of what to expect. It's not like small chapel. It's the big one.
It's a large like rectangular building, basically that has one known entrance in currently.
Does it have like a bone bell at the top of the steeple? Does it have like bone rafters on the inside to help the bone structure stay in bone place?
It's entirely made out of bones.
Bone pillars. The floor is made out of teeth. That sort of thing.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's dedicated to the god of eating and hunger. And like I said, they're very food driven here. You know how hard it is to get a rat in this city, by the way? God,
Oh.
I can only imagine how hard it is to be a rat in this city.
Not a great place.
thank you for changing my perspective, Valka. I'll have to think about that.
I didn't mean to. I mean, we should sympathize with the rats sometimes, but if it's like the only option you got, I probably shouldn't have done that. Maybe.
You're wrong. It's, I like rat better than gnome, and they sell a lot of gnome here, so.
Oh. 6 killer uncomfortable.
Swerfneblin is considered a delicacy.
Well, I suppose maybe we should take a look at the Bone Cathedral then, get a look on the outside and see what the points of ingress, outgress, progress might be.
Various points of gress. Definitely.
I like that plan.
Yeah, so you can continue making your way in towards the city. Let's see, where is it? Where is it exactly? Since I sent you all a map.
Oh, yeah. Let me load up the bird site.
So you all are sort of towards the midpoint of the city, and as you all can continue westward and slightly up north, you pass by a large oval coliseum that's definitely very reminiscent of the Pit of All Flesh, though it looks much nicer. It stands up above the ground, so it's not dug into the earth. Looking around the city, you can tell that these buildings are like definitely very reminiscent of Rome. There are lots of tall Corinthian pillars and these dominating, stone buildings. And oh boy, look at Jed's back.
Welcome back.
And where did that other window go? Oh, there it is. Okay.
I heard everything. Sorry, I went incorporeal for like a couple minutes, and I didn't remember who I was.
It happens to the best of us, especially after a night of drinking.
Yeah, but I heard the words standard bone cathedral, and that's when I was brought back to my standard bone cathedral, if you will. So thank you.
That was
Snotrag.
this flesh prison is
Yes,
standard
yes,
bone
yes.
cathedral.
It
Wow.
is. Yeah.
Treat your
I like
body
it.
like a bone cathedral.
Oh, I do. Yeah. We got to worship it. Yeah. So thank you, Snotrag.
No problem.
Oh, did you? And you all found the staff while I was gone, right?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Easy
good.
peasy.
But yeah, I mean, we know where it is. It's not, the procuring is the.
It's gonna be hard to steal if he's holding it.
Nonsense. If he's holding it, then all you got to do is take it out of his hands, like taking staff from a baby.
Like a staph infection.
It might be easier just to remove it at the wrist. Then you don't have to worry about the, if the hand's still attached, it doesn't really matter at that point.
I like the way you think.
God,
Stella.
Stella.
Sex killer agree. Sex killer think.
I mean, yeah. I mean, figure we ask first, right? Though, and then take.
I don't think that's strictly necessary.
Wrist off. Ask cut wrist off.
It's a risk to ask to take the risk. Wrist. I almost got it out there.
And so you all come to what is the merchant district, where you can see that there are a variety of small boutiques and upscale shops where they sell a variety of goods and services. You can see one large stable where there are a number of carrion beetles for sale. You can see a shop called Rotheart's Remedies, which is an alchemist supply shop. You see a tavern and inn called the Gutless Zombie. Lots of great. And eventually you can make a left down towards the western side of the city, and eventually you do see this enormous rectangular stone building that is adorned with all of these macabre carvings of skulls and bones of all different shapes and sizes. And you see the body of a huge, like, segmented worm that wraps around the exterior of the body, whose mouth, its great maw, forms the opening of this cathedral.
This is gorgeous. Oh, is this like an amusement park? Because I'm very amused looking at everything here.
Marrowmorn, is this what those bods were calling metal?
Yes. When they said that's very metal. Yes, I think this is. I've seen it painted on the sides of wagons sometimes. Yeah, for people that sell certain kinds of green bud, if you will. Yeah. Not that I've ever tried it, of course. Also.
That's okay. If you do, I wouldn't judge you too bad.
Now, more of a wine person, but anyway. So, is there a door? Do we tap on what I assume can only be the tongue of this worm? Nope, it's a worm.
You gotta like knock on the teeth.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
There is indeed a set of doors that are set within this giant maw. One of the rumors that you all had heard, and what Stella would also have heard, was that this ritual that was said to take place here was to happen at the end of the fifth gong, which, for how the Ghoul Imperium works, every 3 hours there's a set of gongs that alert you to what time it is, and so it's basically coming up on 3 p.m. In the city, and so as it stands now, you know that the fifth gong will start in about 2 hours, and the ritual was said to start about an hour before that. So you all basically have an hour of time before this ritual starts. As you are looking around the outside, you can see that there are 4 sets of patrols on the 4 corners of this building. You see just like a squad of 4 each, who are, just standing still in attention.
Do we want to question the gods or anything, or just get a note of where they are? And
I don't know what sort of ruse we could try and play on them.
well,
How close are they to the door? Is it just like multiple groups patrolling? Is it just like one group standing in front of it?
There are like 2 groups at the front where you can see they're both about 30 feet away from the door, and then there are 2 groups at the back, and the only door that you can see is the front door.
Okay, I have an idea.
LS.
Well, I was thinking.
How much is it going to cost?
Well, I was thinking maybe we could just kind of try and sneak our way in and lie and say like, "Oh, we're here to take his measurements for the wedding. We're a bunch of seamsters."
Ooh, seamsters.
How do you say mixed
it.
gender seams?
Mhm.
Tailors.
Taylor,
Taylors.
that's it. Sorry, I was just laughing at seamsters basically in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Do we have any extra fabric we could drape across our arms or something, like to kind of? No. All right. No one's got a cape or anything.
Well, I mean,
I got a
Snot
hat.
rag. Hand me that
Snot
bandana.
rag.
oh my god.
That's it. It's a very it's a loincloth wedding. Oh, snot rag. I don't. Are you sure?
Just get measurements. You could just hold on. Just say need
okay.
measurements only.
Okay, you're right. I just figured we'd have like color swatches or something. I'm just, you know what? They're just gods, right? That she said quietly.
But we have we have bags and stuff. We can just say all of our stuff is in there.
All right, let's do it.
I can make a distraction. I can't distract both sets. It's just the one set.
Mhm. Well, I'll go in. I'll leave together. I'll go in. I'll go out.
Let's do it.
Well, I mean a magical distraction. I would not be there.
No worry right now. Let try. Worst happen, turn away. No, worst happen, all die. But worst happen, get turn away.
And then there's a worst best and a best. Yes, I absolutely
Yes,
agree with
yes,
this. Yes.
This might be a silly question, Stella, but do you happen to know if like this ritual is open to public?
It would not be.
Okay, so the Stella's like, no, it's a private thing. It's
okay.
kind of. I mean, it'll end the world if it succeeds. I'm supposed to be
Yeah.
stopping it.
Fair enough. I figured I'd ask.
So supposedly, the rumors, and I'm to take that with, I'm not very good at finding, as you guys can tell, my disguise on point, right? So, supposedly, this ritual means that instead of a ghoul bites somebody and then sometimes they become a ghoul, it'll be a ghoul bites somebody and they immediately become a ghoul if the ritual succeeds.
Oh.
Supposedly. I mean, you know how with religion these days, I mean, anybody can say anything, but we really don't want to risk it. So the Order of the Ebon Star is kind of attempting to stop it. And I'm the vanguard.
You're gonna be fine, Stella. You gotta believe in yourself. They clearly believe in you.
Yeah.
Estia believed in you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I greatly appreciate that. It'd be nice to have her around. You know, having to manage spies is not really my thing.
I mean,
Yeah.
what if we could call her spirit to help you? Would that be helpful?
Is that a thing?
I mean, could be.
You can do that?
Didn't know that.
I
mean,
said could. Why just Valka?
Oh.
God.
All right.
I mean, we have an hour, so I.
Oh yeah,
we should
I meant
probably-
after. I meant after. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, after. And then I could get her advice. That'd be great. I got 50 people back in the vermin tunnels that are constantly talking about, hey, what do I do now? And should I go do this? And then he slept in my cot. What am I supposed to do with this? How do you
Wow.
manage people? Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like you need some like middle management. Honestly, we don't have time for this. I'll explain it later.
All right, so is the plan just to go up to the doors and try and walk in with the idea of being like, oh, we're here to make uniforms for the ceremony? Is that what I'm hearing?
Bold as brass.
Yeah, just wedding party people. Wedding
Mhm.
people. Gotta have something to wear to it.
Yeah, this is the only time that we could meet with Lichmark. Busy schedule. All right, sure, yeah. Y'all want to walk
No, we're
up?
just checking the fit on what we already made for him.
Mm-hmm.
Just got in.
Totally.
Who wants to be the mouthpiece?
It ain't me.
All right, 6 killer, known seamstress. Let's go. All right.
So 6 killer. First of all, hand me your bag. You shouldn't be carrying anything if you're this good of a. If you need 4 assistants, yes, we will carry all your stuff.
Okay. I think 6 killer would have a lot of stuff, to be honest.
Oh, gee.
So-
Okay. Yep. So
yeah, you all can carry it.
I'll be ready with very important seamstress notes.
there you go. See. Okay.
All right. And she's going to walk very importantly, strutting.
I only do inseams.
Up to.
I guess I'm just the muscle. Yeah, making sure that. So I got nobody messes with this seamstress.
Model.
That's-
Yes.
Oh, model. Okay.
Model.
Okay. Sure. Yeah.
It's not right. What's not Rag's job?
I'm carrying a bunch of stuff too.
Okay. We'll carry the stuff. We're just like the lackeys that hold the pins in our mouths. All right.
All right. Yeah, you stride up these stone steps that lead to an entrance that's carved to resemble this open maw of a purple worm, complete with rows of jagged teeth. And you see that flanking the door is our pair of skull lanterns that hover just next to the door that emit this sort of green flame out of their hollowed out skulls. And you see that the patrol that's off to the right of the door immediately comes over and says, "The Bone Cathedral is off limits for the next 3 hours. What is your business here?"
Six Stitcher here. Come to check work for Duke.
Well, the Duke is not due to be here within another hour.
Yes. Very good. Take time, set up all. Make sure clothing good for wedding.
You see he narrows his eyes. Why don't you go ahead and make a deception check for me?
Where did I put it? It was a straight 13.
Please leave the premises.
Six Killer understand that cutting close, but time very short lately. Six Stitcher have many orders.
Well, you are welcome to wait outside, and when Duke Moretto Lichmark arrives in his caravan in 1 hour, then you may see to him then. But until then, you will not be entering the cathedral.
Six Stitcher, there might be some time in our very busy schedules to maybe persuade this friend of ours to let us in if we can fix them with their any gestures up and down, whatever it is that they are wearing.
This mess.
Marrowmorn sniffs.
I would like to try to roll persuasion with
Alright,
my
yeah.
0. I do have advantage on this, though. It's a 16
Ooh.
and a 5, so 16.
Definitely not your color. Sorry.
Embarrass him.
Well, the pants on these are a little big. I did have to pull them off of someone else.
Yeah, they're actually 2 different blacks. I don't know if you know that. Got a cool and then a warm.
They are. Bonesaw, I told you they were 2 different blacks. You didn't believe me. Hey, man, I'm colorblind.
Six Stitcher understand circumstances less than ideal for fashion most time down here, but have time if want fitting.
All right. As much as I would like to take you up on this offer, it's very important that we maintain our post here outside the cathedral. Otherwise, we might be killed. So, my pants will have to wait.
I
Not
guess it-
okay. Take pants off here.
You see the semblance of a little bit of a rosy complexion sort of flood this Darkul high elven man's face, and he says, "No, certainly not. Definitely would be fired for that."
Apology. Six Stitcher lose shame. Business, see? Get unshamed.
I definitely understand that.
Well, that sucks for you. You've chosen your fashion funeral, I guess.
Thank Vard saying I'm already dead. Now, if you would.
Okay. Well, guys.
All right, so we walk away
Yep.
around the corner.
Yep.
And Marrowmorn's like, "That was beautiful. Oh my god." I'm freaking out. We can pass without trace these fools now, since we want to. We tried one way.
Yes.
What if we beat them
Sex
up
killer,
and take their
sorry.
clothes?
I mean, we'd be doing them a favor.
Do you want to be caught wearing that though?
I mean, no, not really, but
Get him, Snow. Right.
make
Sex
sacrifices.
killer not fit any, but
This is true.
maybe yes. What if Stella distract some, fight some, change, follow in when Duke arrive? Yes.
I don't know if we can wait for the Duke to arrive though. It's happening in an hour. We should probably be skedaddling by then.
Yes.
And if the place is on high alert, I mean, I guess the Duke would still show up, wouldn't he?
Well,
Okay.
if no one's allowed in, and we sneak in, and then we stop what's happening, then once he comes in, we can jump him. Because if no one's allowed in, no one's going to be coming out to let the people that aren't in know what happened inside. So he has no reason to think there's anything bad inside.
Valka Gray One.
Yeah.
We become crab again? Maybe hell? Become crab?
I don't think there's any crabs in this area.
Dead crab?
If we were gonna do something like that, I'd have to sacrifice your better eyesight and Marrowmorn's.
No, the answer's no. Then
Okay.
my fire voice.
Well, 6 killer Naruto jutsu in. That only other thing can do.
Do you think there's anyone in there right now?
Probably a few acolytes setting up for the ritual. Maybe a few guards around the Archduke that they have imprisoned. So, I mean, it's pre-ritual stuff. So most of the guards are probably out here. So if we can just sneak past them, it'd be great.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
if I'm in the ethereal plane, I can still see people, right? They're just like a different color.
I can just
I would
use
like
my voice.
I would like to enter the ethereal plane with my curio of the other world and just like peek my head in the wall, see what's going on in there.
Well,
Okay. Cool.
It's full of ghosts.
Which side would you like to go? Would like the front, the left, the right, go all the way to the back?
What do you all think?
this place is big and imposing, right?
Yes.
So probably closer towards the back then.
All right.
Can we get around back without... Or, I mean, how long does your ethereal thing last?
About 6 seconds.
So I'd say, like, because there's, there are a bunch of, like, shops and everything around it. So if you all, like, went around to the back and feign that you're looking at a shop or something, and then Valky could use a curio and then run over in ghost form and shove his face through the wall. I would say that would be enough time to get a quick glance.
And I mean, I can do that every 6 seconds.
Yeah. So you all can definitely manage. Yeah, so the building itself is about 90 feet wide and about 250 feet long. So you all, can skirt your way to the back. Valka, you can activate your curios and stick your head in through the back. And what you notice, you see this incredibly large chamber, which is set lower into the building. You see that there is this large balcony that overlooks this large chamber. It is filled with dozens of these floating skulls with these green flames that are emanating out of their eyes. And you can see one figure in particular who is casting these larva into this large pit in the center of the room. And this figure is wearing this sort of like necklace that's made out of human femurs. And on top of their head, they wear a candle crown. And they hold this staff in their hand, which at the top of which is this large barbed cage that holds an infant purple worm. I love Willy's face.
I was with you till the worm.
Infinite?
An infant.
Okay.
Like a purple worm larva.
That's better
Very
than
different.
that's really different than what I was trying to puzzle out. Infinity worm.
The infinity
Longer
worm.
than long cat.
I'll make a note of that.
Okay.
Or long mint.
And you can see that there's a large statue in here. There's some pillars that reach up to this like 200-foot tall vaulted ceiling. Yeah.
All right. So I'll pop back out. Tell them what I saw. Was there any like side rooms where they might like keep like priest clothes or something like that?
From where you were looking in, you could not tell. You saw that there are 2 doors leading out of here. So perhaps in one of those. The other thing you would also notice is that next to this pit that's being filled up with larvae, with maggots, there is this very large winch off to the right of it that's connected to a large iron cage that's currently dangling above the pit.
All right. So that's what I saw in there. Do you want me to pop back in and see if we can find some clothes to steal, or just like go cause chaos?
Well, if we could distract the guards, we could probably walk through the front door, right? Right.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I've also got pass without trace. I don't know if I said that. So we could like super sneak in.
I don't know what that means.
You know what? I already cast it. It's happening.
Oh,
And she just whistles. Yeah, she whistles and like it just like it twirls all around them and they just sort of got +10 on stealth checks.
Oh, neat.
You still
We're
can
freaking
be
30.
You still can be seen, so
Oh,
you
yeah,
will
yeah.
have to probably cause a distraction or something.
Yeah,
but
it'll
it
be
will.
easier.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely, significantly. All right. So what's the plan?
All right. Do you want to try to? Y'all want to try to sneak in the front while I fuck with that wench or what? The
What
winch?
is
The
happening?
winch.
What is happening
Ooh.
again?
I'm
We're
bad
trying
at-
to save the day, and you're trying to get laid.
I don't know what that lingo means. I've laid down a lot of times.
Oh no, too much, too
Oh
much.
my!
We're
There's
gonna
a-
sneak
there's
in.
If you
There's a
say in,
winch
if you say in the
With-
Shadowfell, it's gonna
with
get
an eye.
sadder. Oh, a winch.
with an eye, Marrowmorn. Not like a capital eyeball, like a I, as in lowercase I.
So what's gonna be the distraction?
That what just happened?
I mean, I have a spell I could cast that would distract them potentially,
Ooh.
Ooh.
but I mean, it only affects like a 30-foot cube,
Okay.
so like 30 feet on each side.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how many guards that would get, but
That would
so
get all of them.
essentially. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Because there's
my
only
idea
like
was
a squad of
like
4.
holding that, and then like as we're sneaking up to do it, then.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah, so if we're good with that, I can tell you the spell if you want. Are we good with that, or do we want to sneak in somewhere else, or?
Certainly do a combo of stuff.
Okay.
Good combo.
Yeah, because the spell it's hypnotic pattern. So like I make like a big thing they look at in the sky, and for Stella it's a blacksmith educational video.
Incredible.
Teaching like basics of blacksmithing and everything.
But
Yes.
it's like an old one, right? Like so it's like got some old techniques that people don't use anymore.
Hey, there are plenty of traditional We don't use the word
Okay.
traditional techniques that are still used today.
I just meant like the educational videos where it's like all men or something, and a woman hands them the tool. You know, black and white.
Oh no, it's totally Stella. Like she's just sitting there like
It's Stella herself. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Okay.
Just an instructional video, as if somebody has never seen blacksmithing ever before.
Star
And it's a video
wipe.
of her.
Stella.
Please tell me.
Wow.
I assume it starts with, "Hey, I didn't see you there." Like,
Right? Yeah,
Okay.
totally. And it's her in front of a forge. She's like, and this is a blacksmithing hammer.
Okay.
I love it. That's fantastic.
While you're doing that, also, Marrowmorn can also send some messages. She's got a cantrip, so they can just start like confusing the hell out of them.
Okay, I like it. I like it.
She's gonna talk about like how she's gonna just keep like how good their butts look. You know, do you want to go meet for a drink? Just like gonna send them horny little messages, and then so that way they look at each other,
Slide into the
guards,
DMs.
and they're like, "What? Yeah." They're like, "Did my guard mate just ask me out for a drink?" Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. All right. Valka, what is your plan here? Are you gonna keep sneaking in through the ethereal plane through the wall, or?
Yeah, so I'll probably like when all the distractions going on, I'll pop in, mess with that winch so that anyone that's in there is distracted and won't see anyone come in. Because so like the guards will be distracted, then everyone that's inside will have something else to deal with.
While you're in the ethereal plane, could you interact with the winch?
No, but I can end the turn and then like hit the
okay.
winch. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
I'm assuming I'm not in like plain view at that point.
If you're next to the winch and you drop out of the ethereal plane, you will be. It's in like the center of the room.
Oh.
Like, yeah, imagine like big square room. Center of the
Okay.
square room is the pit of worms. Immediately right next to that is the winch with the cage on top. So that's connected to the
Okay.
cage, dangling over the worms.
Okay, he'll just pop in ethereally and wait inside to monitor the situation in case he needs to make a distraction at that point. Find
Okay.
somewhere that he's not in plain view.
And okay, yeah. In there, you saw that there were like columns that you could duck behind, and that there are 2 sets of stairs that go up to a balcony, so you probably hide behind a staircase.
Yeah.
Cool. Snot Rag, anything for you?
Because of Pass Without Trace and my fantabulous cloak, I don't feel too inconfident about sneaking in once the distractions go off and then just hiding in a corner where no one will know where I am.
Yes. Ultimate
Um,
sneak.
Yeah, my goal will probably be to try to find a place with the best optics, I think, and just sit pretty.
And anything that Six Killer is in particular doing?
Well, I mean, besides being large, I could use my mimic ability if anyone had any ideas on what I could try and help distract with or do. But other than that, I don't think I have much.
Definitely mimic the guard's voice we heard. Have him like calling for help or something.
Yeah.
But we don't know what Lichmark sounds like, do we?
No. So yeah, I guess I'll do that. It just sound like the guard we just heard.
Okay, cool. All right. So, team front of building distraction. Why don't each of you either make a let's see. All right. So Stella, you're casting your spell. Black Mage, or no, not Black Mage. Blacksmith 101 video. What kind of save do they have to make for?
Looks like it is a wisdom saving throw, and that DC is 18.
Dang, that is high. They fail, so they are entranced by this. They're like, "Oh wow, that's what they use for swords to get me." Oh, and then they like are looking at like their swords that they have sheaths, and they're like, "Wow, maybe I could take up blacksmithing." Oh yeah.
Yeah. You know, spreading the knowledge and the love of blacksmithing, that's great. You know, I could have some new apprentices tomorrow. It's going to be great.
And then Marrowmorn, with your spamming your message cantrip, go ahead and make a performance or deception for me.
Can do. 17.
Let's see.
Hey, you're really working those pants, or are they working you?
Very nice. And then Six Killer, you're using your mimicry. Go ahead and make a performance with advantage. While like all this is going on. You see one guy is definitely checking out the butt of another guy standing in front of him as you like send off one of these messages. And he's giving like the nod, like, "Oh yeah, I could hit that."
What? All right. I got a 15.
Nice. All right. So you all did super well. So you all will have advantage as you are sneaking in through
Wow.
this front door, as you have managed to distract all of these guards.
So it's stealth rolls.
Yes. Stealth rolls, please, with advantage and
And a-
plus 10.
Plus 10.
All of us?
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not
Not
gonna
one.
beat it.
22.
Hell yeah.
Plus 10.
26.
On top of your additional any stealth bonus you would natively have.
That will be a 41.
Jesus Christ.
You become the DM. No.
It's your game now.
The highest I've ever heard anyone rolling anything.
Yeah, I got a 34.
19
Wow.
plus 12 plus 10.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh no, yeah, we trust your math skills.
That's
Yeah, I got
spectacular.
a 19 plus my plus 5 plus the 10. So yeah, 34, and you got 40. What?
41.
41.
God.
Wow.
I was
All
sitting
right.
here, heck yes, I'm a blacksmith with a 26 stealth.
And so you all very nonchalantly can just walk right inside. And so
That's
you
how we do it.
Oh yeah. So you all step through, past these rows of jagged teeth, and as you pass through these doors, you see that the skull lanterns that are hovering and flanking the doors, you hear one of them say, "The kingdom of hunger is at hand," and the other one says, "Praise Vaughn," as you enter.
Terrifying decorations. Jeez.
Which leads you into this large rectangular chamber with this black marble floor and these very tall, very magnificent vaulted ceilings that are made to look like they're also made with this black marble that's flecked with these gold veins, so it almost looks like a starry sky that's above you, that's illuminated in this green light as another 10 of these floating skull lanterns sort of line down this hallway. And you see within here, there are 8 doors. There are 4 off to the left and 4 off to the right. And in between each of these doors is a little like scooped out alcove where you see that there is a sarcophagus situated.
Shall we just check what's inside?
Yeah, kick them open.
Doors or the sarcophagi?
Sarcophagi.
Yeah.
Just gonna start opening sarcophagi.
Yeah.
In a bone.
Light as a feather. Stiff
You
as a
want
board.
skeletons? That's how you get skeletons.
So we're opening up one. Are we opening one up? It
I
looks
find-
like
Yeah,
we're
Scout Rag
opening
is
one up.
opening.
We're
and
opening
Scout
one up.
Rag
Probably
is-
inadvisable.
All right.
Don't care. Do it.
Let me get my initiative
Sure.
ready here.
as Snotrag peels open one of these sarcophagi, you see this linen-wrapped hand just emerge out and begin to grab at Snotrag's little fingies.
Oh, no, thank you.
Yeah, we'll just push it back.
All right, wrong room.
Good night.
Room.
In the center of this, in this large rectangular room, you do see that a statue of clearly of a dark old man who he's wearing no clothes, but his entire body is wrapped around with this large worm that snakes very sort of kind of almost seductively around his body.
Worm fashion.
And he appears to
Willy,
be
that's not bad.
he appears to be gnawing on what looks to be a human leg.
I'm unfortunately into this.
This is my people, ladies and gentlemen. My people built this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very pretty, I gotta say that.
Impeccably well made. Right.
Is that one of the acolytes or the priests? Can we discern? I mean, I guess we don't know a lot about worm fashion, so we can't tell if it's like a fancy worm or like an everyday worm.
Yeah, has Stella been in the cathedral before, or I mean, she's obviously not worshipped him, but I don't know if there was any point where she would have had to have come, or.
I think you probably would not have been in here since it's generally just for, like, this is like just where the nobles come to worship. Like this is the nice church. So, but you do recognize this iconography that this is a statue of Vardsane himself.
Oh yeah, that's the hunger god. Yeah, so worms are kind of his thing.
Ah.
Hence the whole temple, us having to come into the teeth, and yeah.
Yeah, you definitely know that the purple worm is his favorite creature. That is the most sacred creature.
That his furry.
Yeah.
That his persona.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are they furry?
A scaly?
You're the
Scales
werewolf
and-
expert, which is
scales
pretty
and
close to a
tails.
persona.
Slimy, platey.
But 4 doors
A
off to the
buggy?
left and 4 doors off to the right. Where would you all like to head?
Should we each take one door?
Oh,
And it seems like a little.
Yeah, all open same time.
Mm-hmm.
let's
Right or left?
Let's split up, crew.
Well, let's go to the left. First door on the left.
We'll do
Alright,
that.
So we're doing all 4 on the left, or just the first one on the left?
We're probably just doing groups of like 2 doors at a time, right?
Sure.
I just figure
Yeah.
if we RP through 7 doors, we'll be here all night. So
I'm gonna go ahead and do my transformation.
Yeah.
which just
Get
can you
my,
describe what that sounds like to?
Yes. It's, well, if you've ever heard like bone rattling together, but she puts her palms
Does it
together,
sound like a
puts her
xylophone?
hands out, and spreads them, and with slightly less musical, I guess. But because she's got the ebon star on her chest, and it like unfolds into bone armor, and this
Wow.
time it now has a helmet.
Ah, that's fucking cool.
Very cool.
You're my favorite
Nice.
magical girl.
Mine doesn't do that.
Maybe one day it will.
I had to special make it. It's not rag. I'm sorry.
Okay.
No, Rag, we'll hire Stella to make you one after this
Sure. Yeah.
if we can. Sorry, is that rude?
Oh no, I don't mind.
Everything's for sale, right?
You know what? As long as it makes it to where I don't have to manage those 50 people back there, I will build whatever you want me to build.
All right. Door time.
All right, so the first one off to the left, you can check it. It's locked, but you see that there is a key hanging there on a hook right next to the door. Take that sucker down.
Grab, turn, twist.
Yep. You see that there, inside of this very small, narrow hallway, is a single emaciated ghoul sitting cross-legged on the floor and turns to you all and in this raspy voice says, "Close the door. I'm not done with my fast."
Sorry. Lock. Alright. Is this all going to be ghouls getting ready for the ceremony?
I think that's I've heard there's like 2 ways you can worship. I mean, I don't really follow this guy, but there's the eat too much way and the eat not enough way, because hunger god,
Right, right.
So
Okay.
so I
So
think
we'll
he's
find a little bit of both. Yeah.
probably he probably the not eat. I'm guessing.
All right. Next one.
The second door on the left, you open it up and you see that this is a workshop. You see that there are benches that are covered with bone saws and scrimshaw knives and other sort of similar tools in order to cut and flay and rend. And you see that there is a large stone sarcophagus at the room, in which you can see through the opening on top that it is completely full of maggots.
Ah, lovely.
Anybody need anything from the store?
Nah, I think I'm full up on maggots.
No, I meant this. I meant the tools. But you could have a jar full of maggots. Seems like a pretty good.
Nah, I already got my jaws full.
Actually, Sage, could I get a jar full of maggots, please?
Yeah, totally.
Cool. Pulls out an empty jar, just sort of like scoops it in like a ice in a cooler at a barbecue, and then yeah.
Some maggots.
They have a little lavender tinge to them.
Oh my
Ooh.
bees! All right. I'm gonna feed you later with something.
Maybe
Or
to a little guy.
Yeah, they're tools. They're tools we can use. Anyway, all right. Okay. Should we do the next door? Should we split up at this
Yeah.
point? We've kind of determined there, or is that one? No. All right.
No, that's all
Third
right. You can
door.
keep going.
All right.
Zoom
Third door.
through.
Ooh, third door. I have a picture for this one on the overlay.
Oh.
The
Well, that's
third
not
door-
good.
Well, I don't know.
You and the third this small sort of like square room. You see that there are two of these individuals. These huge bloated ghouls. They stand about 6 feet tall and they're just bulbous and just bloated bellies, and they are covered in blood, and the room is just completely full of entrails, as they are basically like in like a kiddie pool full of blood and guts, just reveling.
Don't like that.
Good job, Stella. You guessed it.
Yay!
Closed door.
And
You're having a time. The fourth one, you see that it leads into a pretty much empty room, but you do see a set of stone stairs that head downward. And you see another door leading out of this room as well.
shall we skip this and see what's in these other doors first?
Probably stick to the same level. Yeah.
Yeah. It's how I clear a floor.
So y'all can make your way back towards the right, towards the closest door next to the front door. And you see that this is a storeroom. You see that there are tons of burial shrouds, leather stretchers, bronze urns, tripods, and all sorts of, like supplies for rituals and holy sacraments.
See a staff?
Nope, no staff.
We grab one robe so that way if someone asks us what we're doing.
You
Yeah.
do see.
And a staff to swap out the staff.
Ooh.
Oh, that's smart.
There is a large stone urn in this room that is labeled the same name as the powder that was put in that snuff ring that you all found.
I still have those. Does that work on undead?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
That's why they use it, is so they can put to sleep their enemies.
All right. Next door, I guess. If anyone needs anything.
In here, you can see what Six Killer and what Marrowmorn would recognize as a preparation room for bodies. You see that there are large stone slabs, on top of which you see these 6 stone slabs, on top of which each of them, or you can see, is a humanoid underneath a sheet, resting here.
Sorry.
And then there are two doors going into this room, so that's that one. And then on the last one, you see it heads into a hallway, which makes a sharp left, which goes down to another door. Valka, from when you popped your head in, into the large square chamber at the back, the door at the end of this hallway, spatially, it makes sense to you that this is where this next door that you found would lead into that square chamber.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, I'll relay that information.
All right. Should we go down the stairs then?
Let's do it.
Can't hurt.
All right.
Have the opportunity.
Yeah,
Who would like to go first? Because I'm sure someone would want to know.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll be right behind you.
All right. It's not Rag in the middle.
Okay.
As you all descend down these stairs, you see it leads into almost like a large sort of like garage space where there is a crank to lift open a door. And at the center of this room, you can see that there is this large arcane sigil that Marrowmorn would recognize as a teleportation circle. Just off to the right of it, you see a globe to this world, and you can see that there is a trail of arcane runes in Ghul. And it appears, and there are a set of pins next to the globe. And it appears that if you set the pins into the location on the globe, you can choose where you would like to teleport.
This is excellent. This is our escape, everyone, okay? So we should have like a word or something, a safety word, but that's when we just like cut and run here.
So
And-
once we get the staff, we say worm, and then we run.
Yeah. And I'm just going to... She kind of turns the globe until she finds a seawall.
Mm-hmm.
And doesn't do anything, but just has it like... Is like, okay,
Focus
visualize
there.
Yeah. Puts the pins out so they're very easy to grab. All right. I'm not sure how long it takes, so we've got to be all in here. Probably not touching, but I don't know. She probably knows at that point. Actually, she studied it. Yeah.
Well, didn't the other one that we found in Luna and Linus's area kind of work like immediately?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm saying like we all need to be in the circle when I put the pin in. So.
Oh, well, what if you put the pin in now, and then we could just run into the circle?
True, but anyone else that comes in here would then also go to seawall, and that might not be very nice for them.
It's going to be kind of the same situation, even if we use it one way or the other, right?
No, I think the pin burns up. She says.
Oh, no,
As
wait.
soon as-
I think I see what you mean. That way they don't see, oh, this is set to seawall.
Yes,
and
they just-
they're like,
yeah.
"Huh,
How
why?"
suspicious. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
So that's why I'm just preparing it. But yeah, boom. And then maybe, yeah, okay, cool. So no staff. Amazing, excellent. We did it. We did it.
Aw.
Well, we can camp out here, maybe like up on the balcony, wait for Lichmark to show up, and then we hit him in the back of the head and take the staff.
Oh, yes, yeah, absolutely. All right. So should we get some of those robes then? So that way we look official.
Yes. I'll wear robe.
I'll wear robes. Okay, cool. There's a cool scene where we walk out slowly wearing the robes.
Mm-hmm. You all can head back.
Slow-mo, yeah.
Hell yeah. You all can head back to the storeroom, put on some robes.
Put on 2 for 6 killer.
I don't want to think about it. You're one like a skirt, the other one kind of over my shoulders. We'll figure it out.
I can mend things together for you. I mean, you just gotta I'm a blacksmith, not a seamstress, so it's gonna look clearly stitched along the bottom. But I mean, I can
Yes. Six
add some
killer
links.
lie before, not real seamstress. Yes. Okay. Yeah, we'll just fix it as best we can, I guess.
All right. So, we're gonna. So where are you all waiting, or what is? Yeah. So you all have the robes on, and then
There was a balcony, right?
yeah, there's a balcony that overlooks that main square chamber, with the steps that go down.
That's not where the ritual's gonna happen, is it? Or isn't like that back room that it's gonna happen?
That seems like the most. That square room that Valka saw seems like the most obvious place.
Gotcha.
Head-
Well, what if we wait, kind of, and then like ghost him, like kind of walk behind him, wait for him to get to that chamber, and then we hit him in the back of the head, and then we take the staff and run.
Really love this back of the head move. I mean, I'm fine with it.
Valka, didn't you say there was somebody already in there though? Wouldn't it be better to get rid of that person, so we don't have to deal with that person and Moretto at the same time?
That's a good point. Probably good. We all jump in there real quick, hit him in the back of the head.
And one of
Store
us
the
could
body.
pretend to be that person when Moretto arrives, right?
That's also, I didn't even think of that. Solid
Teamwork.
plan. Who wants to be the ritual person?
If we could see the person first, and then whoever has the closest height,
There we go.
I mean, maybe
Hmm.
that might work.
All right, so we'll beat him up and figure out who's got the best size.
One good stab should do it.
Good God, Snot Rag, where?
Huh?
Back of the
What?
head?
You can't. I mean, if they're
Oh.
short enough, then maybe the back of the head.
Maybe a
Sure.
Snot rag reach better place scab.
Yeah, just behind the thigh.
Oh God, yeah, that's it.
It's not lethal. Ish.
I'm very proud of you and terrified. Let's do it. Yeah.
all right. So we're waiting for Lichmark to come in, and then you're gonna jump him.
Yeah, because
But
he has to
Boros-
have the staff.
Get the priest guy first. Though.
Yeah, we replace the priest guy with one of us.
Okay.
We all do like ritual type things, so it looks like a ritual, maybe, depending. Don't really
Everyone
know.
throw maggots in the bowl or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you all have the robes on. You all want to head back into this square chamber, this ritual chamber at the back. The five of you walk in, and you all see this this large square chamber where there are these dozens of skulls floating, and you hear them all whispering prayers and words of reverence to Vardsane. You hear this individual standing at the back. Ooh, I have a picture for them too that I'll put on the overlay. Where is he? He's such a cool boy. There he is. You hear this individual who is reverently tossing these maggots into this, filling up this pit in the center of the room. And you hear him say, "Therefore they are before the throne of Vardsane, and serve him day and night in his temple, and he who sits on the throne will shelter them with his presence. They shall hunger no more, neither thirst any more. The sun shall not strike them, nor any scorching heat. For the worm in the midst of the throne will be their shepherd, and he will guide them to the springs of spilled blood. And Vardsane will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and he keeps tossing these worms into these pits." And as you all step in to this room wearing these priest robes, he looks to you. He stops immediately after one last toss of these maggots, and he says, "Get out." There are to be no acolytes in service today.
Will Val and Lee discuss it? No, we need to jump him, huh?
I mean,
Marrowmorn.
that was a pretty cool speech there. I mean, I'm halfway converted already, so
Sorry, we were trying to find someone who could tell the little one here about the ritual that's going to happen tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Go on, like patting Snotrag behind me. Go on, it's okay to ask.
Where am I supposed to go?
Go right up to him.
Okay.
That way you don't mishear anything he says, or yeah.
Just no fear, waddling up.
Marrowmorn's eyes are getting wider and wider, and she pulls out the jar of maggots. Also, I got something for you, and she tosses it at the priest.
I
Okay.
mean, once you do that, then I scatter.
Snotrag, go, yeah. It's like seeing his death in front of her.
You see, he points the staff, and the worm inside of this barbed cage on top of his staff lets out this shriek, and you see the jar freeze in air. And you see this man, or you hear him say, "Well, child, ask your questions."
How did you do that?
It is a simple levitate spell, and he gestures with the staff, and he brings it towards it, and he takes the jar, and he cracks it open, and he dumps them in,
Look.
and he hands you the jar with the cap on.
Ah. Well,
Oh,
I mean, I wasn't hoping Snotrag would do the stabbing during that moment.
It's kind of hard to run in and sneak attack when you're in broad daylight.
Well, yeah.
Don't worry, I have a plan.
Oh, good that you told nobody. Okay.
this is the last episode, isn't it?
Valka will say.
Which one of you wants to die first?
Valka will say, a small acolyte. I think you should get a little bit closer, and then he's going to enter the ethereal plane and pop out behind the priest, so that Snotrag is now flanking.
Oh, yeah, there it is. So
wait, so if I levitate it like this?
I throw the jar up into the air, and I pull out Srashtra's kiss for a good stab.
Let's roll some initiative.
Okay.
Alright.
The jar came in there.
Wow.
Oh. Well, cut that out. 5 for Marrowmorn.
Plus.
11 for 6 killers.
Don't pull your punches. We got 30 minutes.
I got a 19.
I got a 16.
There's no punching here. This is all kissing.
All right, what was Marrowmorn's again?
5.
What was 6 killers?
13.
And Stella's?
18.
Nice. And he got... all right. Well then. Valka, you have the first move.
All right. Valka will use his sudden manifestation to cast Bestow Curse on this priest. Spell DC is 17.
Let's see here. Does he have... No, okay. What kind of save?
Wisdom saving throw.
He fails.
Okay, I'm choosing Constitution. So while cursed, he has disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws made with that ability score. He's going to have disadvantage on attack rolls against me. I must make a wisdom saving throw at the start of it, each turn. If it fails, it wastes its action that turn doing nothing. And while the target's cursed, my spell attacks and spells do an extra 1d8 necrotic damage to the target. Then as my actual action, Valka pulls back a hand which begins turning this goopy black ink kind of color, almost iridescent, reaches out and touches the priest, and I'm casting Unmaking.
Yeah.
And this priest must now make a Constitution saving throw, which they have disadvantage on. DC 17.
Oh, does Bestow Curse do saving throws? I thought it was just ability checks with that.
Ability checks and saving throws.
Oh, sweet.
Combos.
Oh, that's a double 7 and a Constitution that is 10.
All right.
Huh.
They're going to take 1d10 plus 20 acid damage. Get out here, d10. So 25 acid damage, and on their next turn, they're going to have to make another Constitution saving throw.
Cool. And then, since you are within 5 feet of him and definitely not dead, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Little
he
me.
stinks.
He's a stinky boy!
That's not bad. 18.
18 will do it. You are good.
Yeah.
Nice. And then that brings us to Stella.
Ooh, how do I follow that up? That was super impressive. Stella's just gonna walk up and punch him with her thunder gauntlet. Like, there's not much fancy about it, but okay, let's do it.
Nice.
Get the nerd.
Get the nerd, yes. So 6 and 11 is 17 to hit.
That will hit exactly.
Awesome. So he takes a d8 plus 7 thunder, so 13 thunder damage. And the big thing is that he has disadvantage on attack rolls against anybody that is not me.
Yes.
Or priest.
Oh, wait. I am above level 5. I get 2 of those attacks.
Wow.
Dude.
I have 2 fists. It's amazing. 7 plus 11 is 18 to hit on that one. And then 2 and 7 is 9 more thunder damage. So, again, disadvantage to hit anybody that's not me.
Cool.
So, come at me, bro, I guess.
Neat. At the end of your turn, he's going to take a legendary action, and you see that suddenly he twirls his staff, and you hear this worm creature trapped inside screech again, and you see the worms inside of the pit rise up and then just lash out specifically at you, Valka. And I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
Worm.
In the pit.
The worm.
12.
You will take 20 piercing damage as you feel these sort of these tiny jaws on these worms begin to just suck and pull and rend your flesh from your bones.
Do I make the concentration now or at the start of my next turn?
Now.
Okay.
So it'll be DC 10.
Concentration is just a Constitution saving throw, right?
Yeah.
All right. That's a 12 and lower. So 12.
Nice. All right. And Snotrag.
Okay. I might bark a few times. I'm going in for a good old-fashioned stab
Howl.
with the Sarastra's kiss. It's a very howly dagger.
Ooh.
Yeah, I threw up that jar, and I'm coming in hot with a meaty 19 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Okay, so that's +2, and then it's 1d4 plus 66. 9. Okay, so I have 9 here plus +20 piercing.
So
that's,
29.
Yeah. And then
Nice.
I take a look at him really quickly.
Mhm.
Still looking good.
He is not dead yet.
All right. I'm going to start sidling alongside him.
Okay.
I don't want to stay in one spot while dealing with this guy.
All right. Fair. You see, he stamps his staff into the ground, and suddenly all of these.
Is it his turn?
Oh, yes, it is. What does he have to do again?
Oh.
He needs to make a Constitution saving throw at disadvantage.
That is a 17.
And all right, so that hits my DC, my spell DC. He also needs to make a Wisdom saving throw as per Bestow Curse.
And that's at regular, right?
Yep.
That is a 19.
Okay. Then I go ahead then with your high rolls.
Sucks.
So you see he stamps his staff into the ground, and suddenly all of these flame skulls turn towards you all, and these jets of fire just shoot out at you and Snotrag, Valka, and Stella. And I need you all to make dexterity saving throws.
Why can't
Alright.
you just attack me with a attack?
So
Oh, well, 20, not natural.
23.
All right. And Stella?
5.
All right, Stella, you'll take full damage. The other two will take half damage.
And I take
9, 10,
nothing
11,
thanks to evasion.
13. 23. So if you failed, you'll take 33 fire damage. Half of that is 16. And then you see that after these as these jets of fire just shoot up from these skulls, you see them begin to twirl and twist into the sort of vortex, and you see as they take form of these two of this large purple worm figure as you cast Spiritual Guardians.
Oh.
And
Did we fuck up?
Us? Never!
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah.
Why isn't it coming up? Oops. Oh, Spirit Guardians. That's why it's not coming up. Alright, so let's see the damage on here.
So like these worms, as they're like circling him, they're like snapping at each of us, right? Like just kind of like gnawing at us. Ugh, that's creepy.
And then it is Six Killer's turn. You're like 30 feet away from this brawl right now.
All right. Well, I have a holy relic. I'm going to take my locket out that has a piece of robe from a saint. And I'm going to... I trying to think about how like a bird can kiss it. And I guess it's just like kissing noises. So she'll make kissy noises the relic, and I'm gonna cast Radiant Burst.
Aw, sweet.
So it is a burst of sunlight. It's magical darkness. 30 feet is dispelled, and each undead creature within 15 feet has to make a DC saving throw.
Okay.
Does that affect the two of us?
I mean, I'm putting it forward.
Yeah.
3 of you.
Okay.
Yep.
What's the save?
15 Constitution saving throw.
Con. Okay.
Whew. All right.
He fails.
All right. I'm sorry. Did everyone else?
I got right out of 15. So.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I'm good. I got a 23.
Perfect. Something had to have gone right. Okay. You are going to take 21 radiant damage.
Woof.
Is that...
You.
Is there anything else I can do to make that more? Don't know. Or is he weak to it?
Can you smite off of that?
Yeah, do I get my... I think I get my 2 attacks, and I chose dual wielding, so I should be able to do it no matter what.
You have to use your action to use the Radiant Burst. So with your dual wielding, though, if you run up there and use a bonus action, you can make an attack with your offhand.
Okay. So is there anything else I can do right now?
You can use your bonus action to make an attack with your offhand.
Okay, cool. Then
Encouraging your friends is free.
Yeah, encouraging you. Well, I'm going to make an attack then. It has to be a regular attack, but I do get... when I hit with a melee weapon, you get 1d8 of radiant damage along with it. So let's see if I can hit with my censure. Oh, I also want to do a spell slot. Okay, here's what I'm doing. So I'm going to take this to do a divine smite. So I'm using up one of my spell slots. The relic spell slot. So I can do 2 extra radiant damage. But it's actually 3.
Yeah. So, yeah, because he's an undead. So it'll be 3d8 plus your d8 from your censure. So that's 4d8.
Oh, that's 4, yeah.
And then plus the ones that's regular there, it'll be 5d8s.
All right, I need to hit. Please, please, please. That's a 17 plus.
Yes, you
All
got
right.
it.
God, okay. All right. 5d8. Which one is the d8? Is it this guy? Right?
That is a
no,
d10.
that's enough. That's a 10.
Yeah, the one that looks more diamondish.
The other diamond. Okay.
The angel.
I'm gonna call him out. It is the angel. You're right. 5, 7, 3, 3,
16 or 18.
5.
23.
23, yeah.
All right. Plus my actual melee attack,
Yeah.
which is
I know that smile.
1d8.
Marrowmorn just puts her stuff down.
7 plus 3. So
What does it look
10.
like as 6 Killer destroys Radomir Marrowblight?
Get him.
I just think she opens up a locket and while whipping her censure around and squawks really loudly, and it actually looks really unimpressive that he just kind of dies to like the equivalent of like opening up a movie theater door and just letting that light in. Like that's what he dies to.
I
Just
like
a
it.
lot of light.
I like it.
Idiot.
Get good, scrub.
Yeah. And then once he is like, I don't know, smoldering ash on the floor, she's gonna turn and say, 6 Killer, so sorry, forget mixed company. All okay? All?
Stella's gonna like, I forgot what it was like to be wandering around with a holy person, but you're good. You're good. That was very impressive.
That was efficient. And if there's one thing you should be, it's efficient.
6
I put on
Killer.
the Smelly Rand's robes now.
Yeah. Six killer want thank God. God not here, but six killer thank. Yes.
And as you all are, congratulating each other and being like, "Oh, good job, good guess." You see, coming from the door from opposite the one that you came in, you see this man who is dressed in this purple regalia. You see, and his cape shows his house sigil. A sigil on one half is a sword on a purple back, and the right half is a key on a red back. And you see that he is wielding this wicked-looking staff that is crawling with vermin on it. And you see he's accompanied by 6 guards, and he says, Marrowblight, a fucking fool. We'll get this fucking done whether or not he's here to lead the ceremony. And you see these 2 guards at the end are dragging in this unconscious man, this man with whose face you have seen on wanted posters strewn throughout the Empire, Archduke Argos. And he says, get them. And that is where we're going to end this episode.
Well, I got
Benchmark
4 more
Argos.
of those in me, so
Yeah. Good job.
that was very fun. Thank you.
Woo! Oh,
awesome.
boy.
The group's like, hey, that's the staff, and Stella's like, oh, hey, that's the Lichmark guy.
Wow. Like it's all coming together.
Everything is coming up Millhouse. Yes, Lichmark, his staff, and the Duke are here. Archduke. We'll see who we can save, what we can save next time when we are here next Friday at 7 p.m., as it is the first Friday of the month, and our second to last episode of the season.
Oh gosh.
Stella will be joining us next week as well, which is super duper awesome. And yeah, that is, let's see what else we have. Next week, next Wednesday, we have Rime of the Frost Maiden. We'll be back for that. And then, yeah, our game here on Friday at 7 p.m. And yeah, that's all we've got going on the channel. Is there anything that y'all want to plug or want to shill before we do outros?
Well, right before this, you can hop over and watch Jen. Jen's going to be doing something. That's why we're an hour late, Jen.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes, it's Fiasco. Oh, it's too high. But next Friday is Fiasco First Friday. So we're at Roll20 app at 5 p.m. You can watch me and a new group of 3 people play through one of the expansions. We'll be playing the expansion that is Fast and Furious because the movie's coming out. Hong Kong, Hong Kong. I can't tell everyone is going to be there, but I can tell you, if you like comics, Matt Fraction, the writer of Hawkeye, will be one of our guests. So
Wow.
5 to 7.
Oh.
Over here.
That's cool.
Very cool.
I want to see that.
Episode 1 of the second story of my podcast, Poison of Prophecy, is live. It just posted last yesterday. We got some guest voice by the incredible Morgan Conroy of the Taking Initiative podcast. She did an incredible job, and in this episode
Love
we
her.
learn a little bit about the world, and we meet our first player character, Clive the farmer.
All right. Well,
Will-
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was going to say, Willy, you got anything cooking?
Not at the moment. Next week might be episode 50 of the Shadows We Cast, I think.
Nice.
I'm gonna send a subpoena to one of the characters. That's about everything I've
That's
got planned.
exciting. That's something.
Very cool.
But other than that, that's all I got.
Nice.
Every so often the stars align and we play a Star Trek game over on Gamer's Table. Maybe we'll get back to doing that regularly. But one day.
And yes, well, I have been.
Wait, Stella.
Megan.
Oh, no, I'm not anything. But for Kobold Press, we do have on Monday nights and Tuesday nights, I don't know the times. I probably should have been prepared for that. So I know our social media lady is going to get very upset if I don't have this right. But on Monday nights and Tuesday nights, we do have Courts of the Shadow Fae and Scarlet Citadel. So one of those is being run by Dot, our Twitch producer, Little Red Dot. And then the other one is being run by V Muse. I think I pronounced that correctly. And the two of them are running the games for us. So that's exciting on the Kobold Twitch channel. I don't know a lot about it right now, but I know they both just started or have been going recently.
Yeah, follow Kobold Press here on Twitch. I am currently running for our monthly Patreon game for $50 a month patrons. I'm currently running Courts of the Shadow Fae for that group, and it is a blast.
It is a fun one.
The whole like mechanic around like building up your rank within these royal courts is very cool. It's very fun. I highly recommend picking up that module. It's very fun. And even if you just left the mechanics out of it to incorporate into your own games, it is a treasure trove.
Yeah, the status stuff is really fun. It's something we've implemented in Midgard in general, and it's really, really cool. But it's like how you can rank yourself so that it's not always, no offense to Marrowmorn, but it's not always the bard talking, right? Like sometimes it's whoever has the noble background or whoever has the station or whatever. So it's really neat.
Yeah. Well, I have been your storyteller this evening, Sage.
And I've been the Willy Boo at the Willy Boo, fun posting online, oh my darling Clementine.
Good one. I'm Riana. I'm at DIY Ferret on like everything.
I'm Matt at Kentaro TPC and the podcast at the Crodex.
And I'm Jen Vaughn. You can find me at the Jenya on Twitter and Instagram.
And Megan, where do they follow you on the internet to see all the cool stuff that you do?
Just Kobold Press, I guess. But I have a Twitter at GM Moonwolf if anybody wants to. I'm not that exciting, but Kobold's really exciting. So definitely follow Kobold Press.
All right, and so we'll say, and until next time, and then we'll say feast away. And until next time, feast away! And then, we gotta do a raid. Oh boy.
Oh,
Yeah, we raiding.
Raid away.
Raid away. Raider raid.
Raid.
Wow.
My God.
Hmm.
Oh.